Okay, guys, welcome. We are here. Matomola TV is on. Sorry. Share in your groups, guys. We are on a new page, so our audience is limited. We have to share to let people know that we shifted here. So if you can share in your groups, and then we can let people know. Tag your friends. If you know there are people who follow Matomola TV, you can just tag them and let them know that we are here now. Otherwise, welcome, guys. We are here on Matomola TV. We'll be discussing breaking news, everything, latest things that are happening. We only have 27 days and some hours before the big day. It has been a long wait, but the end is close, guys. We have hope. So we are excited. We are counting down. A lot of challenges are coming up. As we face the biggest day. We are fighting for democracy as Zambians, so it's very important. I'm here with my group of able, vibrant election observers from Nangoma Foundation and Global Human Rights Alliance. Welcome, team. You just wave at everybody. Today is just an open discussion, guys. In your comments below, share where you're watching us from, and we'll discuss anything that you want politically. We are going to discuss, yes. We are going to discuss any ideas that you want us to discuss. So if you are ready to say something, guys, you can raise your hand up. I know today there's a lot of breaking news happening. We know that our party has been banned from flying. You know, there's a ban on the airspace by ZAF. So we are limited in terms of traveling, guys. Yeah, it's a lot of things that are happening. And it's good to see Matomola finally. We have missed him for almost 2 weeks. Welcome, Alec. I see you, Ruben, Costa, Musenga, Shem, Ben Manda, welcome guys. We'll just be here for an hour exactly, and then we'll have our meeting in the background. Otherwise, welcome guys. So if you are ready, you can raise your hand up and you can chip in, guys. Okay, so I had Mr. Sikaile earlier on, and he was talking about the national security of our country. We have heard the ECZ, we have seen AMA commanders in police military gear driving around the country. So share in your groups, guys, tag people. Yes, and I see some comments here. Ruben and Josephat is saying you are not fair. One participated in Common 12 series. I don't know what that means. So yes, Andrew, you can go ahead.
Good evening, countrymen and women. Good to see you people. We are here on the other page, but it's one and the same page. Please share in the group, and make sure you share to whoever you know. Share. We are here not much to like say something which is not there, but just something which is already there on the ground. Good to see everyone on the panel. People, you're looking good. I'm proud of everyone because they know what they are standing for. Mighty people who knows and who believes in the tranquility and who wants to move Zambia forward. Thank you. Let me not take much of your time, people. I want just to share the sad news which has just been delivered. You know, we we saw the mine boy, so-called Sparks, whatever, from Copper Belt, who was involved in literal killing and gases, being released today. Now the question is, a person who's a suspect of murder, is it in order to be given a bond? In which constitution? Zambian people, let us reason in the way we think. The problem is we are too slow in thinking. Whatever comes, we'll just embrace it in a way we like feel. That's the reason these people, they take us for granted every time. That person who has been released is the person who was involved in more than 50 people who were killed during gases and the initial killing. How possible is it? Is there today looming around and the campaigning? Zambia, we are more than them. As we prepare to vote, please vote wisely. I'm not forcing anyone because vote is a personal, but if you want to vote PF, vote so that they continue. So at the end of the day, you know how you feel. Mr. Skyler area, he addressed us that if you continue allowing them to be in ruling party or as in being a president, so-called, or the government, they will make sure they'll be even the cadres will be entering your houses to grab whatever you've bought with your earned money. So if you want the situation to continue like this, go on. We are not forcing you. But to those who are serious, who really wants change, this is the time. Me, let me tell you what I do. Every morning when I wake up, the only thing I do is to dust my voter's card, NRC. I press it properly because I know that's the only key I have for change. Same applies to you. Your change is in your hand. And as you go to vote on that day, please make sure you put the person you know that Zambia can move forward. Make sure put a person you know that everything you desire in life to be normal can become normal. What has happened to South Africa? Zambians are not like that. You remember our own president, Mr. Hakainde, was insecurity, but we never looted like the way it has happened in South Africa. Quite all right, there were some issues, but you can't compare the situation which is happening in South Africa. But I'm not warning anyone, but I'm saying it. Whatever happens on 12th, and then moreover, I expect results to be announced the following day, 10 hours. Failure to that, whoever is involved, you face the wrath of Zambian people. And the other thing, it's very, 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 very powerful. I don't even know how to say it because I know police will be on me. I don't know if I can disclose it or something. Anyway, let me just keep it. I'll tell my director secretly because I may end up involved in something which I will never handle. So for now, let us just put our heads together, and as we'll be voting on that day, please don't move away from the polling station. Stand there, stick. Because if you want to protect what you voted for, you have to observe where that voters your ballot paper is about to go when you vote. Make sure you monitor it. If you go in with a car which will take those ballot paper, move with it, because whatever direction you will be, it won't be far from wherever the tallying station will be. So make sure protect your vote. We are here as an Angoma. We are here to protect your vote. And we'll protect, but it's not only us. We are also asking you people, protect your vote. Don't move when you vote. Make sure stand there. Whoever asks you, just say that, as long as I've voted, why are you chasing me? I've got rights to stand there. Just tell them that. Thank you, ma'am, for the opportunity.
Yes, thank you. So I just want to emphasize on election day, four important things on election day. One, we are asking all of you, all of Zambians, all Zambians are election observers this election. And why are we saying that? Because ECZ has made it practically impossible to accredit voters. So we are saying if ECZ, we don't need ECZ to be an observer. So all of us Zambians, we are taking it upon ourselves to be election voter. So all of us must be at the polling station. We are going to have lunch, breakfast, dinner. We are going to eat all the meals there. Let's carry our food there. Let's move in groups. No one should leave. If you go in a group of 10 or 20, if 5 people leave, then the other 5 people stay there to monitor the situation. Because we have heard that they have pre-printed the ballot papers. They have pre-printed ballot papers, and now they are saying the ballot papers have to be stamped. So that's a way of rigging. So they are going to use the fake, the ghost voters and the ghost polling stations to add these votes to the total winning count. How we are going to prevent that is, one, we demand the ECZ to produce a voters register, and we must make sure that all the voters register, that the polling station that are on the voters register are actually there, they are existing. We have to make sure that those polling stations, they are existing. And if we stay and guard all polling stations all day, when the voting closes in the evening, we take pictures of the actual results. The votes will have to be counted at the polling station. ECZ, the job for ECZ is just to do a total number. Chapwa, there is no counting that is going to happen ku ECZ kulia. At Museva Rumubale Chitenshi. What they do in the server room is just to total. So if in Kanini Ward, you by 19 hours, you should know who has won in Kanini Ward as a president or as a councillor, as ward chairman. By 19 hours, 20 hours, Kanini Ward in Indola, if you are observers, you are citizens in that county, in that polling station, in that ward, we should know. And the number that ECZ announces should match the actual number at Kanini Ward or any other ward in Zambia. So this election, all of us Zambians, talking to whoever is listening, watching, all of us on this platform, this is message we are going to preach to people everywhere we go. take a picture of that form. I don't know what's the form where you put the results there. And then also some sensitive information came that in the last election, some opposition party members went and told the polling officers to say, we have come to pay you your money, sign here. And when they signed here, they took that signature form and transferred the signature and manipulated the results, and then they submitted those results to ECZ. So this is again what we are saying. You know, people who are polling agents in different stations, they should not sign anything. All payments are being processed by ECZ. If somebody comes to you with so much money and tells you, sign here, this is your payment, they are stealing your signature. That's a fraud. So we have to sensitize people about all these tricks of you know, this is how they are going, that's how they stole the last election. There were a lot of tricks involved. So this time, all Zambians, we are all observers, and tapali ukenda. And when ngavaisala ballot stations, polling stations in Ngavaisala, we are marching together with the ballot boxes. We are marching to the totaling center. The numbers, if tukakwata numbers, everyone should have a number at the polling station. The number that we count at the polling station is the final number. If any number comes from ECZ or from totaling center, which is contradicting what we have at the local polling station, they have done something fishy. So I end here, guys. Pauline, your hand is up.
Yes, madam. Hello?
Yes, we are listening.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. My concern, madam, is on this issue of stamping of ballot papers. How far has the ECZ gone with this on educating the people on stamping of ballot? Even as observers, we don't have one idea of stamping of ballot. So my concern is we should know this so that in the just remaining few days, we can educate people on how to stamp those ballot papers. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Pauline. Me, I don't agree with the stamping. Are we in 1960? You know, there are many ways in which you can proofread the document or secure a document. I don't agree with it. Matomola, you can go ahead. You are on mute, Matomola, you are on mute.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yeah, to start with, I want to apologize for getting in the conversations late these days, because there are one or two security things that we are putting up and down with our comrades Andrew and Simata. But very soon we'll be back live, kicking and on point. Zambia has become a failed state now because of what is happening in our country. We are not allowed to express ourselves freely. We are hunted by PF cadres and sometimes police colored in police, PF cadres colored in police uniform. However, I want to say that this election has been rigged from the way to go, because the Electoral Commission of Zambia has proved that they are a group of dictators. How they have done processes without consultation. Secondly, they have decided to bring in, to change the rules of the game when the match has already started. The issue of stamping behind the ballot paper is the first and new in the electoral process of our country. I heard a lot of people, they were saying, you know, every year that we have elections, we have got stamps behind the ballot paper. I've never seen a stamp behind the ballot paper from the time that I started voting. So this issue of stamp has come now. And to make the matters worse, I've never seen any advert on TV or on the radio or in the print newspaper to advertise or to inform people about stamping. Not only that, what is the purpose of stamping? They are trying to tell us that the ballot papers are not authentic, when actually they told us that Dubai was a reliable source to print ballot papers. A ballot paper that is well printed does not need to have a stamp. Now the question is, what happens in an event where some people in villages, they will be told to vote without a stamp? We were using ballot papers without stamps. And before they realize, 18 hours when they are counting votes, they discover that a lot of people have voted we using ballot papers without stamps. It is possible that some ECZ officials in some polling station in the village can just say, no, we don't have stamps. The ink for stamping has finished. So can you just start voting like that? Your ballot papers will be valid. And when the people, the villagers at the polling station, they vote, when it comes to counting, they are told, no, these are invalid ballot papers. So these are issues we have been speaking about, the issue of stamping. I don't agree with the issue of stamping, because from the word go, they never consulted the people, okay, of this country on whether stamping was the correct position. Okay, I never even knew that there was the issue of stamping. A lot of us are learning about the issue of stamping now. And people are naive. They are saying, you know, what. But however, we cannot be complaining over spilled milk. To cut the long story short, the voters will be going in there with the stamps, with the ballot papers that are stamped. What happens is that when you are given a ballot paper, an ECZ official will stamp it. That's when they will give you 4 for the presidential, for the mayor, for the councillor, for the MP. Okay, they will stamp on all those ballot papers. That's when you go and vote in the booth. So if that has not been done, you don't have to vote. You have to tell them, can you stamp them? This is the information that they needed to tell us, to tell the voters, the women, the old people, the old, the crippled, the blind. They needed to share this information on radio and on TV, that when you are given a ballot paper that is not stamped, it means it is invalid. But the fact that ECZ is not committed, is not willing, is not interested to educate the people, they want to rig this election by creating a lot of spoiled ballots, especially in strongholds of the opposition. That is why they are changing the rules of the game. When you see anywhere in any country, the electoral commission of a particular country changing the rules of the game in the 11th hour, just know that they want to rig this year's elections. Already, as we are speaking, we have got issues to do with election observers, where they have reduced the number of election observers and they have made it an academic exercise. It is 3 years experience. So your organizations must be in existence for 3 years. All these things, they are conduits of rigging this election. And this thing of saying that in the polling station, the polling agents will be outside citing coronavirus, and that it will be entering one by one. There's a rule that they have introduced that it is one at a time. Even if you are 2 of you from a political party, you'll be outside. It will be one at a time. That is what they have given. So all these things, comrades and all those listening to us, you must share this broadcast. Tag your friend right now and tell them that there is a discussion on the illegality that the Electoral Commission of Zambia wants to do. What is the purpose of President Edgar Lungu's appointment of 10 judges today, when we are 20 days plus to the elections? Okay, this man wants to arm himself with all the necessary judges that are there to protect him. Okay, Zambia is now under siege. It's like we have been held hostage. That is why I agree with Madam Pumulo, who says that we are going to have every Zambian as an election observer. When you vote, don't go home, so that we surround those polling stations and we see what is going to happen. I think that is what I can say.
It's very sad, but all we can say is that all the judges, if they are going to compromise the constitution, they will go down with PF. Power to the people. We are more than judges. Is a power to the people this election. We shall show the judges who have the power. Let them be appointed in the high places. Let them be appointed. But we are saying power to the people. If you are ready to talk, guys, you can just raise your hand up. We are on a new platform. So tag your friends, share in your groups. This is where we will be moving forward. So tag your friends, let them know we are here. You know, Matomola TV has moved here temporarily. We're having some technical issues there with the page. So guys, if you are free to, if you have a comment, just raise your hand up and you can come in. Matomola, your hand is still up. Okay. So guys, if you have nothing to say, you know, then we can close the meeting and have a discussion behind the doors. If you have nothing to say, because you know, we don't have a big audience. So let's just try to promote the page, share the page, and let people know we are here. And then we can just go behind the scenes and strategize. Andrew, yes.
Oh, thank you. You know, at this 11th hour, I want just to urge every Zambians that you're going to be receiving strange notes, but what you should do, ignore them. They're trying to bribe each and everyone who's in the in the opposition strongholds. But to tell you the truth, the money they are coming with, it will be 250, which won't help you for another 5 years. Make sure you deny their notes and then ignore as if you don't know anything. And then during that time, they'll be coming door to door again to give out T-shirts and some handouts like 100 kwacha. I'm saying this because I have a number of guys who are in the same ruling party, so I know their plans. So the only thing I want just to advise the people of Zambia, it's a high time you understand the concept of putting the wrong people in the government. And if you allow these people, this regime to continue, you'd find that instead of appointing the way he has appointed the 10 judges, he will be appointing 18 judges next time to defend him like the way Museveni is doing. And then not only that, I sense fear. Between now and 12th, I'm telling you, it's not a prophecy. It's going to change some military. There will be some reshuffles in military. You make sure he puts people who support him. But to tell you the truth, don't get scared of anything. You are a Zambian, and being a Zambian, you know what you stand for. So please, I urge you, my countrymen and women, to stand your ground in whatever situation. It's only a few days and hours remaining for us to liberate this country from these thugs. They are thugs. The reason why I call them thugs, because they don't mean well to this country. And when you observe, number of them, they've gained in their berries. All I know is when you're like doing something, you have to gain upstairs, but they are gaining from their berries. So that's the situation. Let us try our best, and whatever happens, we are putting through, because the ground is already live. That's why they are trying to do this and that to disturb the preparation of everything. And for ECZ, it's like Kesa Ochulu and the group, they don't listen to whatever we say. Mr. Esa Ochulu, if you mean well for this country, please, sir, respect the constitution of this country. You were appointed on that position because of the same constitution. Sir, we urge you, we respect you, you are our parents. So if you being our parents doing something which you feel, whereby a person comes and tells you to do, you do, then you are not following the constitution, which will be bad for you. And your hand will be very bad. It will be considered to be good because it was published. Yours, it will be worse because the way I think. And the way I feel, I don't know. I'm nothing, I can't judge you, but God judges. And when God judges the criminals, he judges them for good. You know, not good to be jailed on earth and then in heaven also you go and jail. Sir, change your behavior. People of Zambia used to love you, but they no longer love you. If you repeat whatever you did on 2016's election, I don't know, just find the way where you can hide. The way Muammar Gaddafi died, to be, I will consider it to be better because people of Zambia, they are now upset. When I mean upset, I mean it. If you can manage to eat 3 meals, doesn't necessarily mean that all the households they are managing. You've already told them to eat candle. Now, do you think the candle it just comes boom, magically in their homes? They have to struggle for it. And then there's some candle they have to share, some for lunch and some for evening, plus water. And then you think it's normal? You are eating taxpayers' money. The same people, when they buy candle, the taxpayer cuts and then comes to you. You buy bread. But your people, they're eating candle. You even, you should be eating candle. You are even touching your belly as if it's a normal person. Please, reason. So this just goes to ECZ. Please, whatever you are planning to change it before elections. We're not refusing you change everything, but please change it before elections. We know what you're planning, and we are not even scared. We are coming, and our coming it's more than coming, double. And as for me, I feel sorry for you because I'm on you. You can imagine for the past 3 months, I've never slept. I only sleep for 2 hours. So, sir, I'm on you. Thank you, madam. And thank you, everyone who has watched us live.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Andrew. You have raised some important points to say, look at South Africa. If we look at South Africa, Zuma appointed those judges who convicted him. So you can appoint all the judge before you leave office, but some of the judges respect the rule of law, and we are praying, God forbid, we are praying that those judges that you have appointed today will, at the end of it all, put Zambia first, is all I can say. Mark Bright, your hand is up. You can go, you can come in.
Good evening, people. Good evening, Zambia. Good evening, the whole world. Wherever you are, Madam Pumile, I can able to see you. Good smile. Simbo, awesome. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share one or two things on the forum, on the platform. This message is going direct to the viewer out there, and also to whether Mr. Churu and the crew, they are listening my voice. This is just direct proportion kind of stuff, which is going just to them. And also those who are closer to them. For our country, Zambia, to reach at this mess, it's because of them. What they did in 2016, it wasn't so praising. And this time around, we urge you guys, we are on you. As my comrade there was talking about, we don't sleep. Actually, we don't sleep. If our prayers are being answered, definitely even these prayers which we normally pray on a daily basis pertaining our country, Zambia, one day God will listen to us. And the moment God will listen to us, you people ECZ, and also you cadres who are just listening my voice, you'll be in soup. To tell you the truth, the Zambian people, they have changed their mind. Wherever you go, it's forward. And we are tired of PF this time around. We can't manage to be in a country whereby just a small bunch of people who are benefiting, thieves actually, criminals, those who are being rejected by their parents, those are the people who are benefiting from our own money. That's our money we're eating, guys. So beware. 12 August is just nearby. We just want you guys to act. Otherwise, Zambian people, they have changed their mind this time around. So thank you so much, Madam Pumi and the crew. May God bless you. Amen.
Amen. Forward, counting down, 27 days. Mwewa, you want to go next? Guys, if you are ready, you can just raise your
Yes.
hand up and you can come
Thank
in.
you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm sorry for coming late. I'll begin with an example. I want to encourage Zambians. Those who are discouraged, I want you to take a look. This scandal, it is not straight. So when choosing a leader on 12th of August, someone who can be straight. We've seen people, leaders who are in office today, pretending to be humble when they are not humble. They are just quiet. If you never encourage you, I want you to learn something before I go any further. Now, coming to ECZ na offices. You people, you are pure Zambians. You're not even foreigners. And I wonder why you have allowed Edgar Lungu and the group to be using you like children. I'll call you children. I'm not insulting you. To be used like children. I wonder why, and it pains me a lot. What you did in 2016 to us, even part of 2015 elections, you did the same thing. You have taken advantage of Zambians. Zambia wants this country belongs to each and everyone who is a Zambian. Number you behave like more masters. Yes. You've never fought for independence by ECZ. Most of you, including Baesa Ochuru, you are a father, but you are not part of the independent, the freedom fighters, those people who fought for independence. Look at the history of this country. People are suffering. Things have gone worse. But what you are doing, I started voting in 2006. I've never heard of what is happening in ECZ. You've taken advantage, more especially ever since Edgar Lungu took office. And before I conclude, I want to say this. I'm wondering, I don't know if we've got shortage of judges in this country. For the whole president to come over to commission and go judges, you could have a point. This time, when people are suffering, if you encourage they are failing to eat. He is busy appointing judges at this point in time. At a critical moment, I'm judges mwabeta ku State House. Abantu badechula when there are no medicines. Yesterday I went to clinic. I was told to go and buy medicines. But the president is busy appointing judges. We don't want this. Zambians, look after your NRC, look after your voters card. We have to vote in numbers. By PF, whatever we are planning, we are going to protect our votes. And if you do anything against our rights, we will do anything in return. What you are doing, we are not happy. We know. There is nothing like strong or this. We don't want those issues. I thank you.
Thank you, Amwewa. Actually, for Mwalanda, Mwalimu, what happened in Mufumbwe, he was booed.
Yes.
In Mwenilunga, Fie Iranga, Fiokwevati. Zambians, they are ready for change. You know? And if you're just joining us, guys, Matomola TV has moved temporarily here. Share in your groups, tag your friends, so they know that we'll be broadcasting from Pumi, Queen Pumi's page. And I have a few people who have just joined us. Mr. Loveday and Mr. Mulima. Mulima is joining us. Mike is there. Ernest Chilala, thank you guys. You are freedom fighters. This time, this is a historic moment in Zambia's history. And you guys, for you to be here, you are part of that change. You are role models. You know, people are looking up to you because you are fearless. You are bold. People are scared and hiding, but you guys are risking your lives to come here for a better life, because we know that if we continue like this, then we'll have nothing to live for. So it's better we fight for a better future than accept to live in poverty. We say no to poverty. And I thought you were going to do something like, I thought you were going to break it. Like, this government is crooked. And if we try to straighten it, what is going to happen? Chala kontoka. Yeah.
Like this.
So this government is crooked. So we have tried to straighten it, and you cannot fix your own mistake. You cannot. Doctor. Yes. It's done. It's finished. That's what happened to PF. PF is done. Actually, they picked a good thing to say, because they are fumbos. We have failed to straighten them, so they are broken. PF is broken. It's time for them to pack and go. But ECZ, shame on you, because you are going down with them. Can 2 people face 17 million Zambians? Power to the people. Power to the people. Guys, if you want to say anything, raise your hand up. The floor is open. This election is about Zambians fighting for their democracy. PF have taken away our democracy for 10 years, and we are not giving them another month. We are just giving them these 27 years to enjoy the power they have imposed themselves on us. So, PF, start packing. I don't care you use my ECZ now. But ECZ will be actually, it will be the light that is going to cause you to burn. ECZ will be your death. Ingamlemonat ECZ will be your solution. ECZ is going to be the reason of your death. Because if you don't say ECZ, it is being exposed. All your evil. You have tried so many things that have failed. So, Nomba, you have taken your game to the climax. Nomba, Maitwaraku is sacred ECZ. That is a sacred. It's the most sacred organization of the government, because ECZ is supposed to uphold the democracy of Zambia. ECZ is so sacred because you know what? ECZ is supposed to uphold the constitution. It's like the mantle. ECZ is supposed to hold the mantle of Zambian democracy. But what is ECZ doing? Babula democracy, they have lit a match. ECZ has literally lit a match on our democracy. And that's why ECZ is going to sync with PF. Because how many people are at PF, at ECZ? A handful. This election is about Zambians. So ECZ will learn, and any other person who's doubting the power of democracy, they will see it. They will see it in a few weeks' time. We are going to show them. If we change government, when Kwacha was when Kwacha was trending at 80 Kwachas to $1, we changed. Now it is 23 Kwachas to $1. How do they think they are going to stay in power? No manner of rigging will help them. No manner of rigging is all I can say. But ECZ, you have it coming because you have tempered. It's like you could alter. Church kudia nomba, mwa Katolika mwa tama alter kudia. Mwa angalia ku alter. The PF number batwala game. They have taken this board to the altar, to the most sacred institution in Zambia to hold our democracy. But we are saying you can ban us from observing election. All Zambians will be observers this year. Bonse tulima observers, including Nakanya na mafumo bonse. Tukalala la palapeni from a polling station. The totaling will happen at the polling station. We will be sending documents. The numbers that we announce from the polling station is the number we expect ECZ to announce. Failure to that, we are going to have problems. Is all I can say. Nobody's going to cook up numbers. We don't even actually need a server room. Tukaikala pena patch paper, la pen and pencil to reach the ad. Server room for what? To manipulate numbers? No. We are going old school. Na server room tature ifwaya. Tukaikala pena pen and paper, no kuchita ad na calculator. You need an expert to calculate, to add for you. Why do you need an expert to come and add the election results when in Kitwe, for example, if you have 80 polling wards, you just take Kitwe, Mindolo kufumine so much, Kanini kufumine so much, Chimwemwe kufumine so much, Buch kufumine so much. You add that. Do you need a consultant to add that for you? 17 million Zambians was Zambia. You know, our literacy rate in Zambia is almost 90%. Zambians. So do you need to hire an accountant to kwisa mkuchita adi? Efo mwishive mweveni. We are saying no to that. And this is what we have to do as Zambians. We have to stand up. Kuno kwa lama elections kukunani kuna United States. Abantu tabalele bale mina pamwishi pala pere nabe minina. The Electoral Commission has barriers. Pala pere pa barrier po be minine. Never follow nama mask. Ama numbers they were totaling mudia. The observers were there. And the people who were announcing results were news stations. It's not the job of the ECZ. Ama news stations, ARHTA announced some results from the observers who were inside there. After counting, forms every news station was attached to an observer or someone in there. That's how the results were coming out. So if you plan that ECZ character announce result, it's some nonsense. Bushe ECZ ngabalaba ni polling station ishfinishe pabalechita. Have to take a refer to the role that ECZ actually announce some results. What are the other people doing? Ernest, you can go on.
Good evening, madam. Good evening, comrade.
Good evening. Yes.
Yeah, I joined the discussion a little bit late, but I'm following discussion now. I want to find out the status at ECZ because is it yesterday or the day before yesterday? We are told some people are going to ECZ to submit the names of the.
Yeah, so that we are live
people.
now. So we are going to discuss that behind the scenes. Right now we are live. So that we'll discuss later.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm following the discussion. I wanted to find out because I'm hearing the way you are talking as if they've banned us from observing or.
So what we are saying is that ECZ has put on these ridiculous requirements to accredit observers. That's what we are talking about. But you can talk about anything, any developing story or any developing news. But ECZ, they have put in ridiculous, like every day you wake up, ECZ has now become a parliament. They are making laws for this election, like the game has started. It's like a football game, the England versus whatever. When the whistle added, how can a referee start making new laws when the game is in motion? It's illegal. That's what we are saying, to say all these things ECZ is doing is illegal because the game, this election is 30 days into 27 days before polling day. So they should not announce anything. If they announce anything, then that's an election malpractice intended to throw off voters because we don't have enough time to disperse this information to all voters countrywide. So the thing is, some people, they will be disfranchised. They will not get this information, and it could lead to voter apathy or lead to a lot of damaged polls, damaged ballots, So this is why we are here, to fact check. Like, we'll be here every day to announce these things, talk about them, share with your communities and friends. Like last week, there was a rumor going that elections have been cancelled. So people who have received that in rural Zambia, they might stay away from elections. So that would disadvantage the opposition, because they are targeting this door-to-door campaigns is actually sinister. It's evil, because this door-to-door campaign is one way of really breaking down the opposition with the wrong information. So if someone comes to your house, they ask you which party you belong to, then they give you negative information, like they want to buy your voter's card, or they tell you the election has been cancelled. It's just tricks, or they tell you go if they ask you who are you voting for, Lungu, okay, kanshi pali Lungu, mark X on Lungu. These are the product of a door-to-door campaign. It's a mechanism for crooked campaign. It's a recipe for crooked campaign to give out wrong information to people.
Indeed, indeed. And I am wondering what type of election we're having this year, because most of the past election, during this period, you could see people from which state educating people on how to vote, giving out more information. Now, this time around, we are just hearing announcements from ECZ. I don't know what is happening with this ECZ we are having right now. It's worrying us, madam.
It's a branch. ECZ has abandoned his mission. If you go on the ECZ website, the mission of ECZ is not what they are doing. ECZ has abandoned their mission. They are going against their mission. They are going against their constitutional mandate. They are going against the core values of the mandate which was given to ECZ by our parliament, by our constitution. So ECZ now is actually being run by PF. I think Escort he's been silenced, and whatever they tell him to say is what he's saying. Maybe they have held him hostage. I don't know what's happening over there, because he's a judge. He should know better. He's a high court judge. He worked in ZCCM. Esa Ochulu was the chief legal officer at somewhere. Is it in Kana Division in Kitwe there? He's a highly respected man. So to see what Esa Ochulu has become, I'm doubting to say maybe they have held him hostage or something. To say you have to do A, B, C, D. Otherwise, because a judge with the high caliber of credentials that he has, it's really questionable what he's doing. It's not in line with a man with his credentials or his legacy.
Is a staunch supporter of PF.
It doesn't matter. You know what? As an individual, he has a right to support any political party, but he is supposed to separate his political affiliation from his duties as
Indeed.
As a commissioner of ECZ, because that is like really, that holds the country. ECZ, Electoral Commission, holds the country. If you mismanage that department, you can plunge the country into chaos. So
anyway, we are following and we'll continue following their activities and exposing their misdeeds.
Yeah,
each and every brand is being exposed, so nothing will work for them this time around.
But we have to tell people whatever ears to the ground, whatever we hear, we have to share. Because if we hear stuff and then we don't share, people on the day of voting, there'll be surprises. Like if you don't tell people, make sure your ballot is stamped in the bag, and they go and vote and the ballot is not stamped, it means that's a spoiled ballot. It won't be counted. So that's the sad news, guys. Yeah. Anyway. Mwamfisho Luse. We can end the live and we can continue tomorrow. It's depressing, you know. But we are here. We'll make it. We'll make it. So good night, guys. Thank you. Like, follow, share, Queen Pumi. We are here. Matumala TV will be broadcasting from here, moving forward until election day. Otherwise, we shall be here. And also follow Queen Pumi on YouTube. We shall be downloading these videos on YouTube so that you can have access to the information. Yes, Andrew. Andrew, your hand is up.
Yes, I always like, I can be sleeping on media, you know, to tell people about breaking news every day. You know, I want just to get back to education of voters. You know, it's very unfortunate whereby, yeah, there is corona, but why are they allowing people door-to-door campaign instead of VCZ to send their people to educate people about how to go when it comes for voting? What's so difficult about that? Eh? And then the second, you know, like you've said already, me being a soldier, and then when I'm home, it doesn't mean that when I'm home, I have to be a soldier, no. Being a soldier, it's kwamena kunchito, vaupuwa. Panyumba, I have to follow the situation. Same applies to Mr. Esa Ochuru. You know, he's working at a high institute. That's a very biggest, how do I say, very big thing. How do I say? I don't even know how to put it. Where he's operating from, it's the only respected area which changes everything. More especially which announces the changing of government. Now, if he's friendly to one person, he should just stick to his friendship, not adding up with whatever he does. Yeah, money can be promised, but it's not everyone who's getting that money. It's him alone. So it shouldn't include what we believe in as work. Okay, Mr. Esa Ochuru, whatever money they've paid you, they've promised to pay you, I'll pay you, please. Do what Zambians people want to do, I'll pay you, sir, I promise. If it's low, whatever, I'll be paying super slow. Because all we want, yes, all we want
Yeah.
is we want peaceful elections this time around. And already our directors.
Brother Andrew,
yes.
maybe just to add on, I'm not trying to cut you short.
Sure.
You know, the funny part with the African leaders and the African countries is that I think these people, they like mixing friendship and leadership. But this is that we expect them to show leadership in this country, number one. Now they are failing to show leadership. What they are doing, they're trying to mix friendship and leadership. They're trying to mix up friendship with the people that are in offices, in the office of the president. Instead of them providing leadership, they are failing to provide leadership. Now they are killing us. They're not helping us. They're just helping themselves. Few individuals, minority of people are working in ECZ. So we are calling upon you guys. Please, we beg you, help us. This country belongs to all of us. It does not belong to the people in ECZ. Now, if you take things upon your shoulders, Zambians will react because this country, it does not belong to ECZ. You've been put in those offices to ensure that you defend the people, the democracy, the rights and the rights of the people. Now, what you are doing something contrary to what you're supposed to do. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. You know, Mr. Esa Ochuru, we've got all videos on what you announced last time. I will still say this.
Yes.
You know, 29,000 plus 7,000. That gives you how much? It gives you 30 what?
Somewhere 36.
Yes, plus the Ajama 400. Well, I'm not having any calculator here, but I'm calculating. So what will be difficult for you to just announce the results without a saver? Please, this time around, we are not praying. I may smile sometimes, but I don't usually smile because my face is ugly. the more I smile, the more I look at it. So please.
Well, Andrew, don't be funny. You have a nice smile. Hmm? You have a nice smile. If you don't smile, you look more ugly. So when you smile, I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna smile. So bright. We are all made to smile naturally.
Abantu abati bakulengesa wamba obuloshi because what they are doing, it's not making sense. So I'm coming with that video on actual day. I'm coming there. Mulungush conference. I'm coming there. I'm coming. I will still say the same. I'm coming with that video which will announce long figures. And then I wonder where you still got those figures because I'm trying to put in there, but it's not adding up. Please, sir. For you to be given that job, I wonder why you press your hands on that Bible whenever you are summoning to work. Do you think God is to take for granted, sir?
So yes. So Andrew, let me just come in upon Walanda. Those fake results. So I was talking to somebody who gave me inside information. The reason why Esau Chulu announced those fake results because we had no evidence as our opposition. So that's why in this election we are all observers. And everyone, you take picture of Chiriachi form, Kachingani chief form Shani. So that by Esau Ngabambo Kuchita announce some results, but na pen na paper. We are going to have the same documents na and we have to match up. The results Esau announcing with what all these polling stations will have to match up. And that's what we are saying. We all have to be in the polling station and collect evidence. Otherwise, we were not going to accept fake results. But this time, they managed because Zambians, we trusted ECZ to do the right thing. But ECZ have abused our trust. Our Sungubalandati, once beaten, twice shy. This time is not happening by ECZ. Not to be maka.
You know what happens, eh? When you're married and then every day when you give your wife money, she doesn't know how to use it. She misuses. You don't change the position. You have to take it up. This is the situation what we do this time around. We believe that you are our wives, but all the money which we are giving through taxpayers' money, you were misquandering it. So we are changing our strategy now. There is a neighbor who looks beautiful. So I think we'll go for that neighbor, and that's HH. So if you think you put through this time, sir, and my last comment on this one, I do this because in the Mona Ulem, I respect everyone. The OECZ people, I respect you, I love you, you are good people, I believe you go to church, and then when you go to church, I believe you say, God, you love us. So, since you, and you want that love to continue, can you save that in that office with integrity so that when anything happens, people of Zambia will remember you for good thing, not bad? Because this power you see, even the same job you're doing, there are some people they resign, some people they get retired. And then when you retire, do you think it will be good for you whereby people will be like, Bamdala. It's good when people appreciate you. Do you think Chimbakambudi will be ever appreciated over GBM? It will be always there.
He has already damaged his name from 2016. The only thing that has saved him is because the government he did those dirty tricks from is in power. Otherwise, he was supposed to resign or be fired. So he's living on borrowed time. Time bomb. anytime. He's going to go down for his evil deeds. 2016. If he does, Joseph Abalechita is just he's just adding up. He's
You know, the member said that insoni evuntu. That's a very powerful proverb. Eh? When you are doing something which people are not happy, you feel ashamed, you know. You feel that guiltiness, not whereby you reach the same system of like today, you try to engage yourself into this is it, you hear that you know this and that. Tomorrow, this and that. Please, napapata. Can you finalize your whatever you are changing? This is it. We are all Zambians. And then what we want is a peaceful nation. We don't want to turn into like South Africa. No, this is Zambia. And Zambia is for all. Whether people are in the other countries, but as long as they are called Zambians, they belong to this country. So I know you are doing whatever you're doing because your kids, they are somewhere there studying from wherever. Me, I don't care. Whether your child has studied in reaching time, I don't care. Because my studies up there in the sky, where God stays. My caliber is beyond that measure. Yes, sir.
My brother, just to add on what you are saying, you know, the funny part of these people, one thing that they forget is, for instance, if I have a child who is in America, and then I'm living in Zambia, where there are issues, I'm causing issues and problems in my own country, and then I've decided to take my son to take my child outside my country, then I'm not normal. Personally, I can call myself to be someone who is not normal. It doesn't make sense.
Lunatic.
It doesn't make it doesn't make sense. My son is outside. Then in the long run, one day I guess oh, I came from Zambia. Then in Zambia there is no peace. What I'm saying is, the point that I'm trying to make is, whoever is involved in this is that please stop serving the interest of individuals. Do what is right. Do what will benefit Zambians. We don't want a minority of ECZ members and the PF government. Let me tell you this. I think all of you who are going to listen to this, Zambia, all of you that no tribalism, fish. All those issues, today you bring this, yesterday you talked about this, tomorrow you bring this. We don't want, let's have order in this country. But I won't fought for these things. If you freedom, one day to be on you, God will punish you. You don't want our problems to be part of what number a daily living. They don't want the other day. We don't want that. Why are we living like we don't have order? Zambia, this is the country here. But if there's a country in Southern Africa, yeah, what a system, it is Zambia. But today we no longer have those systems in place. We are not following those systems. Why? It is because of leadership. You know, President Lungu, personally as an individual, as a Zambian, he told you Zambians, personally I didn't vote for him, and I would like to say this publicly. The way I'm saying it, he said it. I have no vision to rule this country. You forced him, and these are the results. So why is it to do what is right? You forced that candidate, you ended up doing something which was wrong. But as I was told, you are now forced results. Records are there. I'm quoting from the records, like what Andrew was saying. All those things, they were not coming from effort to vote performance and respect our rights. When we vote, but we don't want that. This country belongs to all of us. We are here not to insult you, but to challenge you, because if it was started from the courts. We've forgotten about that, but we are going to vote them out. We are not going to allow third term Zambians. We can third term, please. We don't want. We are tired with this government. Our infrastructure development, what you are doing, if you're that they are there, but what you are doing, that is a conduit to corruption and stealing. You failed to deliver development to this country. These provinces where we live, that was something roads are not even passable. So to me, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let me just say finalize, Mami. Let me just also tackle to media houses, please. Can you stick to the news? Not to let the fear cover to yari kashika yari fit. It's a high time you educate people about the voters. Eh? Can you bring the new news here? Tell people about what is happening on the background. Not if you are from wherever you are getting them from. We don't need that. We want new news. Tell people what is happening on the ground. Tell people the situation in ECZ's camp. Not you wake up just to report whatever you've dreamed, whatever you've seen in the street. No. Media houses, the reason why you are there, we respect you and we trust you. So if you know that you are not there for work, please step back. Let's do those people are serious work. Thank you, madam.
Thank you. And you know, Apopeno Palma Media Houses, yesterday I saw a report by Mwewantu. Mwewantu featured a report on the top Facebook sites in Zambia. And you know what? There were about 12, 20 top places, but all of those places, none of them talk about this election. I sat there, I'm like, oh my God. All these 20 places who have millions of people visiting the site, none of them is talking about elections. Is that gossip about sex, love? I'm like, we are heading towards a critical election, which is going to change the course of Zambia. And people are not interested to talk about their lives, which made me think Siawan was right. Siawan Alilando PF have paid all media houses. They are there, but they are not talking politics. Bale post ama Bible verses. Uluchelo, you know. I know, you leave prayer between individuals. It's not a job for a news station to start preaching about prayer. Christianity is a relationship between a human being and God. Leave the praying it's a personal matter between people and God, not in Mama media houses. We all know about God. Do I need a media house to start preaching to me a Bible verse every day? Media, them on TV, Bible. We have a church to do all those things. It's hypocrisy. These media houses, they are going to plunge this country in chaos willingly. No, but actually, it's even opposite if it's Zambia. Because our churches here, instead of Okulanda Pari Bible, Evalelanda politics, we see men of God talking about politics. Men of God are supposed to stick to talking about the Bible, saving souls. If there's a conflict, they come in and resolve the conflict between the opposition parties in Zambia. Do we see that? No. It's sad. I'm like, where is this country going? Like everything is backward. Fiance, fiance. People who are supposed to talk about politics. Media houses who are supposed to talk about politics, Nama social dramas. But you know, Siawan is right when he says they have paid everybody up. Shut up, money. Napel.
Let me just say the last one. Over the musicians, which has been paid for 5 million to do the door-to-door campaign. You know, in the other countries, musicians, they don't involve themselves much into politics. All they want is the betterment of their people. Because the same presidents, they are not the people who listen to your songs. Zambian people, they are the ones who listen to your songs. So whatever you are trying to do, it won't help you. Do you think you want just to lose your celeb thing at one coin? Do you know populace is the most important in every country. Now, the way you'll be going down, it will be very unfortunate because only a few people will be listening to you. Moreover, me, sorry to say this, I can't remember the day I listened to Zambian music because I don't see any sense. Zambian musicians, so to say. Can you open up? Be like even a Pilato, because Pilato is not necessarily that Pilato is sidelining. No. Pilato has been sticking to the point. It stands for the real thing, not just because you are paid. What if that money finishes? The same people, the same fan base, they are the same people who will be giving you money, but the way you are doing it. I'm sorry for you guys. Thank you.
Right, you're next.
Good evening, comrades.
How are you?
Sure. I'll start with a point for Mr. Andrew, which concerns about those musicians before I go to my point. One thing which I can advise to those guys we call musicians, these people, they are going. These are lettering, they are going. So for those who are involving themselves in politics, some of you, we know you've got crimes which are pending in courts. So don't forget that. It's also coming. Don't forget that. As you are doing those campaigning, mind that I've got crime, you've got crimes which are pending in courts. And we are coming for you. Thank you. I'll start with ECZ. ECZ, it doesn't mean when you are holding power, you've got rights to be mistreating people of Zambia. We are the reason why you are there. We are the reason why you are there. And it won't be good for us as Zambians to raise and start claiming to say, we want this one, not this one. It won't be good. And for you, these people are going also. Just don't forget that these people, they are going. And you will lose your jobs just because of little amounts of money. You've got families, you've got you've got those children. Don't forget that those people, they are growing also. How do you feel someone mistreating your relatives? Raisi uchuru. Na mkulapo mulesha abana abeshukuru balesa balekula. How do you feel? Other things, you should take it emotional. How are these people feeling? When people claim to say we want change, we are tired. For our president, Mr. The one called Barumu, there was a lot of presidents before you. And those presidents, okay, how do you feel if those people, they were like, remember that? You were appointed by those people who selected you to be the president, but even if it's like that, no, bear that in your mind to say other things are coming and other governments are coming, and those you'll be followed one by one each. For you ministers who are stealing our money, those income which you are stealing are ours. They belong to us Zambians, not to your pockets. Why are you so stubborn? Lot of people, they are trying day and night to say things are just going high, the prices of things. Whereby the money which was supposed to be used to reduce those prices of things, you are putting the money in your pockets. One day things will change. Let's focus the future, not to destroy our nation. We don't want second war, whereby we start fighting one another to fight for the next independence. No, enough is enough. And this year, remember that this year you are going. You are going no matter what, you are going. If you are planning to steal to rig election by ECZ, we'll vote again. We'll refuse to say no, let's revote. If you remember what happened in Kumarawi, they voted for almost 3 times because of you people called by ECZ. But as here in Zambia, we don't want violence. We'll just stand on the truth to say enough is enough. Thank you very much. Those are the words which I wanted to share this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Love.
You can go ahead. Anybody who wants to comment? Otherwise, we are going to sign off in a few minutes now. Okay, guys, so we are signing off. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you again here tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.